So today's video is more directed toward Western women and Chinese men.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there about what it's like to date a Chinese guy. Today we're gonna try and correct some of those. And also, if you're a Chinese guy looking to date some particular lucky Western lady, we're gonna tell you how to accomplish that potentially.
Yep, give you some pointers.
Yep.
I'm Ty here with
Rachel.
Let's go find a spot. Okay, so Rachel, you having dated a Chinese man, still dating a Chinese man, can you tell us some stereotypes that Westerners get wrong about Chinese guys? Some typical stereotypes.
Yeah, well, a lot of the common ones for Chinese men are about them not being as traditionally masculine in the Western sense.
Sure.
Mine might not be that fair because my boyfriend's really into fitness and
He's
lifting.
like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, he's a body. A lot of people are becoming more health conscious in China, and that includes men. And a lot of guys are getting more into lifting and wanting to look bigger. Modern Chinese guys aren't, these little Confucian scholars that everyone seems to think they are.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people think that Chinese men are all small. Actually, we live in Dalian in the northeast of China, and I would not think people here, men or women, are small by any standards. They're just as tall as we are in the West. They're just as big, just as built. There's some big dudes here for sure. In the South, you get to see, kind of on the shorter.
To be fair, previous generations, I think, have been shorter. Like, my boyfriend's parents are both much shorter than he is, but they also, growing up, came from a part of the country that didn't have adequate nutrition. Another is that they are controlled by their families, or that they're kind of like mama's boys.
Okay, so I am still under that impression. I mean, I know you hear all these nightmare stories about these
mother-in-laws moving in,
or mother-in-laws causing a divorce. Like, they tell their son, I don't like this woman, you need to break up with her or divorce her, and you hear stories of that happening. But I guess that's a stereotype that
you do
is true.
But okay, you do hear that, and that does happen. I mean, mothers are still heavily influential in China,
but not everyone. I think those are still isolated cases.
And especially the Chinese men that are willing, for lack of a better word, to date foreign women that would find that, interesting and something that they'd want in their life. They're not going to be as traditional as the ones that would respect mother's opinion above all. Like my boyfriend, the way he is with his parents, he's basically like, Mom, Dad, thanks for the input, but I'm 30 now, so I don't...
So he's an independent man.
Yeah, that one... could be a stereotype for traditional Chinese guys, but not for the ones that would be looking to date outside of Chinese women.
Okay.
So those are two big ones. And one is just that they're passive. Chinese guys, they just show their interest in different ways, as opposed to coming straight out and saying, I really like you. They'll show up to your work with lunch for you, or they'll, call you just to see how your day was. That's their way of showing that they're interested, as opposed to coming straight out and saying it, as I think more Western men would. Which
is probably a good thing for women. Like, don't women enjoy that chase? They don't like it when a man just comes straight out and says, hey, let's do this. Once they know that the man is like totally into them, then it they lose that spark,
And that's part of one of the benefits of dating Chinese guys is they show through acts of caring that they're interested in you, as opposed to just, saying it basically. Show me, don't tell me. And Chinese guys are really good at that.
Cool. That's awesome. Good job, Chinese guys.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, I can learn something from this. Although I'm already married, so I've already got mine in the bag.
Yeah.
Closed
locked
deal.
in.
All right, next question. Why do we see in China more Western men with Chinese women and not Western women with Chinese men? Why is that?
Well, first is just logistics. There are a lot more male foreigners in China than there are female. Yeah. Women in general seem to be more concerned about the cultural issues that are going to pop up in dealing with family, because in general it seems like women are more long-term planners when it comes to approaching any dating situation. Am I getting along with this family? I don't want to get married to a Chinese guy if I have to have a baby in China. Like, long-term planning, they're more concerned about that.
They're smarter. They do think ahead more. Whereas Western men are just kind of like, hey, let's go for it.
Chinese
This
girls,
is great.
like, we like...
Well, I also think that's a numbers game too. Like, why are a lot of Western men here dating Chinese women? I think it's more of a numbers thing. There are not very many Western women here, so dating a Western woman is you the options aren't that abundant for sure.
Well,
it's a numbers game, I think.
Right, and even then, it seems like one viewpoint of Western guys is that one of the benefits of coming to work in China is that there's lots of Chinese women, and for some men, that's very appealing. And
That's weird that you would say. I don't know if that is a number one. I'm sure that you hear about the guys that have like yellow fever and stuff like that. I came here with a girl, so a Western girlfriend, so that wasn't my thing. And I don't see that a lot. I'm sure, especially with older men.
He came here with a Western girlfriend and still ended up marrying a Chinese lady. Am I wrong?
Okay.
We call this to lose face.
I lost face totally.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my face?
And another one is Chinese guys tend to get serious much
Real
more
fast,
quickly.
yeah.
Oh my
Which we've
God.
talked about before.
I have had a grand total of 2 Chinese boyfriends. Both of them told me they love me within like 2 weeks. I'm not kidding. But they just said it. It's like, okay, bye, I love you.
Oh, like, just that nonchalant? Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, bye, honey, I love you.
Yeah. We had just started dating, and my first Chinese boyfriend, I was 17, and he said that, and I was horrified. Like, not because I didn't like him, but that was the thing. I liked him, so I said, yeah, let's date. And he was just talking, and he's like, I want us to be married for 30 years like your parents. And I'm a high schooler, like, what is going on?
Last question we got for Rachel today is, for those Chinese men out there, what advice do you have if they are interested in dating a Western woman? What would you say?
I am glad you asked that, Tyler, because there are some concrete things you can do to drastically increase your chances of getting that girl of your dreams.
This is going to be very valuable. Chinese men, listen up. Here we go.
All right. Number 1, if you are dating a girl only because she's foreign, that's going to come through. Do not be interested in someone purely because they're blonde and blue-eyed, because I have had multiple people approach me and they say that's what they want, and I was like, so that has nothing to do with the woman you're supposedly interested in. It's kind of like anyone would the bill. It's fetishizing. It's turning them into a fetish as opposed to viewing them as a person. Be genuinely interested in the person.
It goes through the same as making friends here. Yeah. You'll see some people try to make friends for the wrong reasons, like they're motivated by the fact that you're a native English speaker. It's like that shines through so fast. Mm-hmm. It's like you're trying to befriend me so that you can practice your English. It's that same kind of feel. You're fetishizing. Fetishizing. I don't know. You're making me a fetish.
The next thing would be, don't say, so you like Chinese men? Because what that does is it's doing the same thing back to you.
Labeling, categorizing.
Yeah, because I've had guys say that to me, do you like Chinese men? And I've said, I've dated Chinese men before, and they say, cool, let's go out. And when I say, no, you don't understand, I like some Chinese men, I don't like you. And then,
ouch.
Well, then they get angry. They're like, you said you like Chinese men. I was like, yeah, but
not all
of them. And then the last really important one that I had was, don't be clingy, don't be needy. And this again could go for even just friendships. If a girl doesn't text you back for like an hour, a couple of hours, do not do the whole 你在吗？在不在啊？怎么不理我呀？
Yeah, asking where they are. Where are you? This goes for, actually, I think this is more of just a Chinese culture thing. You should be on demand all the time.
Yeah,
like,
we're not available 24
texting
hours.
or calling in the evening times, whereas in the West, like in America, we would definitely be like, after work, unless it's an emergency, don't call me or don't text me. Like, don't expect a response.
Yeah.
I got lucky with my wife. She's not clingy.
Yeah, I did too. And so you see, like, the two people who are actually involved with Chinese people.
We were attracted to the kinds of people that meshed well with us on the culture side too. So.
And what that means, if you are constantly available for somebody, if you can constantly be texting them, that means you don't have anything to do. That means you're
shows desperation, needy, unattractive.
Don't do this as like playing a game or something, but don't always be super available. Have other interests, have something interesting to bring to the table.
That goes with anybody. Like,
Yeah.
Her advice here is great. Like, if you show that you're desperate, your value as a person goes down in that relationship. It's weird how that is. The psychology.
Yeah. You always want what you can't have, kind of, right? So
exactly. That's why the Chinese are great. The Chinese men, when they show their affection, they don't just say, "Hey, I love you." Well, they do. After 2 weeks they do. But
Well,
the pre-dating stage is great.
To be fair with that, I think part of that comes from being in a second language.
Sure.
Because it would be, I've never had a Chinese guy being like, "Why?" Like, you know, they do in all the dramas or whatever.
Also, like when they say "I love you," like it doesn't
in
mean to have
English,
the same meaning.
It doesn't. I don't think they feel the impact of it as much because it's a second language. So, but they do. But I mean, they show They show that they're getting serious in other ways too, which would be my last point. Is if you are dating or you want to date a Western woman, don't bring up marriage. Like, don't talk about when you want to get married. Like on the first date, don't do that. Get to know them.
At least
have a get to knowing
the
phase.
second date. Come
Like,
on.
do you really?
Just kidding. Don't do it on the second date.
Yeah, maybe third would be pushing it. They'd wonder if you were interested. But seriously, do you know if you want to marry somebody that quickly? Because that's concerning to us. It's like, you don't know me that well. Why are you professing your love for me? Why are you saying you want us to get married when you don't really know me?
Yeah. So I guess in general, just like take it easy, let things come naturally. Yeah, casual. Enjoy the adventure.
Yeah, we're big on letting the timeline kind of dictate itself, as opposed to be like, I must be married before I'm 28 and have 2 children by 32. Like, was that helpful for you all?
Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah.
That's it for today. Maybe if you guys like it, let us know. Leave us a comment below, and let us know other questions that you may have for Rachel or me, and we can answer those as well.
And if any of you get a date because of what we've done here, because of our advice, we would love to know that.
Also, if you have any other questions for either one of us, let us know in a comment below. Again, I'll leave Rachel's contact information for her Quora down below, and feel free to get in touch with her directly. And thank you. Send us a like, give us a comment, share the video.
See ya.
See you guys next time. Peace.